Hey friends, in this video I will show you all you need to know about animal husbandry, how to farm and the combination. Let's go! How to farm. In general, you settle down somewhere, build a house for yourself, build a resource storage, a food storage and a barn. Then there are many different things you can plant, but I recommend to start with cabbages or carrots. This because both can be planted in 2 different seasons and you can eat them raw or you can cook them together with raw meat. I will show you how this works with cabbages. First we will start with the field. Look for a flat foundation for your fields. Press Q, then the building wheel is opening. Select building and then farming and then the field. This will bring up a short wooden post that you can place. Once selected, you can turn and back up to expand it out. The largest field you can have is 16 by 16, so anything in that range will work. I recommend to start with 12 fields. This means 3 times 4. This should be easy for you to manage and still give enough income. To plow the fields, you need a wooden hoe. Press Q and click on Handcrafting, and then build a wooden hoe with 1 log and 5 sticks. Equip your wooden hoe in your inventory and plow your ground with a left click. If you hold the left mouse button, then you can simply walk the field and you are a little faster instead of having to click all the time. When you did the last field, then the wooden posts will disappear and the fields are ready. Then you have to buy seeds and fertilizer from a trader. In our case, we want to buy cabbage seeds. We can buy this in Gostovia, Denica and Rolnica and maybe some other places. 12 cabbage seeds cost 144 coins. 12 fertilizer cost 90 coins. And if you need a simple bag, then you have to pay 75 coins. In total we pay 309 coins. So you can see this is a lot of money. Of course you can also reduce the amount of fields. Equip your simple bag. Right-click, click on Field, choose Fertilizer and fertilize the field with a left click. Also here you can hold left click and walk over the fields. Plow the fields again. Take your bag again. Right-click, click on Field, click on Cabbage Seeds and throw some seeds on the ground with a left click. Pay attention to the seasonality of the different seeds. If there is a yellow X, then the seed cannot be planted this season. What is the return of a full field of planted cabbages? On average you get 8 cabbage heads and 2 seeds per field. This means you get roughly 96 cabbages and 24 seeds. So next season you can plant 24 fields and you only have to buy fertilizer because you already own the seeds. I recommend to throw 60 cabbages in a wash tub next to your barn or on the ground. These will rot to 4 times 60. In total you get 240 rot, which you can convert to fertilizer on the barn table. I will show you that later. The rest of your cabbages you can eat directly or store in your food storage. In the food storage the products last longer before they rot. Farmer. How do you automate the food process? Now we will automate the farming process step by step. For that you need different jobs, respectively workers. We start with the farmer. The farmer works in the barn. The barn interacts with the resource storage and the food storage. Tools such as sickle, bag, hoe and fertilizer must be made available to the farmer in the resource storage. The farmer takes these out automatically. He stores crops such as seed, grain and seedling in the food storage. These can be found or bought. Then the farmer takes it out automatically. After the harvest, the farmer put crops such as flax into the resource storage. Fruits, vegetables, seeds, grain and seedlings will be transported to the food storage. A field size of 11 by 11 is ideal for a farmer. So if you have 2 farmers, then you can double the amount. The farmer does not need farming skills. This means a farmer works the same speed with level 1 as a farmer with level 10. To hire a farmer, you have to open your inventory by pressing I. Go to Management, click on the house on the top left, click Barn under Farming. There it is also possible to have more than one barn. In the middle you see the tools which a farmer needs to work. Below you see 4 empty slots to assign a worker. If the barn is bigger, then you can assign more workers. Click on one slot and press F. Now you can choose a person to work as a farmer and click F. Some of them have already a job, so it makes sense to choose one without a job. As I said before, you do not have to check the farmer level, it doesn't matter. Now you have to choose if this person should work as a barn worker or farmer. In our case we choose the farmer and press F again. Now you have your first farmer. But now we have to define what we want to plant. For that we click on the crop symbol on the top left. You can see that I have already planted many fields. Field 6 for example consists of 110 flax fields and 50 cabbage fields. If you do not have a field, then you have to build one. To interact with field 6 we have to push F. On the right side you can see that some cabbages are ready to harvest. Flax has probably already been harvested. If we click on the mannequin symbol, then we can change the crops by pressing C. In this example I choose carrots and replace the 110 flax fields. In the next winter the farmer will then plant carrots if she or he has enough seeds, fertilizer and the right tools. Now we go out of this menu and accept the change from flax to carrots. Barn worker. The barn worker is a barn employee. The barn worker interacts with the resource storage and the barn. The barn worker could take out manure or rot and craft fertilizer automatically. Afterwards, the barn worker stores it in the resource storage again. He or she can craft poppy seeds with poppy, wheat grain and straw with wheat, oat grain and straw with oat, rye grain and straw with rye, flax seed and flax stalk with flax. And this could be worth it because at some point you have more flax seeds than fields to plow. Then you can start to sell the seeds. Animal feed with oat grain, rye grain and straw, flour with wet grain or oat grain or rye grain, top with straw and clay. Now I show you how to assign a barn worker. Press I again to open the inventory. Click on Management and click on the house on the top left again. Then we choose the barn and push F. One slot is already used for the farmer. So we pick another one and press F again. Then we have to choose a worker. For a barn worker it is important to have a high level in farming. The level is a multiplicator. Therefore, a level 3 barn worker is 3 times faster than a level 1 barn worker. So we choose Ulrika because she has no job and she has the highest level of our villagers. Then we have to choose barn worker. On the hammer symbol you can choose what the barn worker should craft. In my case, the barn worker focuses on crafting fertilizer with rot. If you click on the house symbol, then you can see how much rot is needed per day. In this case 300 rot, and therefore the barn worker crafts 30 fertilizer per day. Now you can distribute the intensity of your barn worker or barn workers step by step for different things. How to produce fertilizer automatically. In the pigsty you can employ an animal breeder. The animal breeder interacts with the resource storage and the pigsty. In the pigsty you can have 5 pigs. These will produce manure for you. The animal breeder automatically brings the manure to the resource storage. In exchange, the animal breeder has to bring animal feed to the pigsty. So make sure you have animal feed in the pigsty or in the resource storage. Finally, the animal breeder will deliver the manure. The barn worker will transform it into fertilizer, and the farmer will use it to fertilize the fields. Then the farmer can care about the plants you need to craft animal feed. First you have to build a pigsty. Then you can buy pigs from Rolnica. There you should buy at least a hog and a pig, a male and a female. Otherwise there are no children. Then you need animal feed. You can buy animal feed in Rolnica or other places or craft it. Anyway, the animal feed can be placed in the trough at first, or the resource storage. If the pigs do not have animal feed, then they won't die. They just do not produce any manure for you. After the food, you have to assign someone as an animal breeder for the pigsty. There it is important to choose someone with a higher level in farming. So a level 1 animal breeder will bring you roughly 10 manure per day. A level 2 animal breeder will bring you 20. And if you have 2 pigs at the beginning, then you get 40 pieces. How much does your pigsty produce? You will find this information in the management under the pigsty on the house symbol. Now you know how many pieces of manure an animal breeder can deliver. Then it is time to adjust how many manure pieces the barn worker transforms into fertilizer. It makes no sense to let the barn worker work as fast as possible if there is nothing in stock. And there the real management part starts. When the level of the pigsty worker increases or you get some baby piglets, then you can increase the amount of manure to transform. This video here will show you many good tips about Medieval Dynasty.